Our third tip was about being aware of your surroundings, being courteous with the people around you, and also I'll throw in there dealing with people who are the family photographer with
Oh
their
yeah.
iPhone or
Oh
their
my gosh.
iPad. I mean, if you have been to a wedding lately, and as a guest, you probably know you see people in front of you with their tablets trying to film the entire event. How do you kind of deal with all of this and still
It's
be courteous?
it's so funny because I started shooting weddings in probably about 2007, 2008, and since then, you know, over 10 years, it has completely changed, and people are out there with their cell phones. I'd say first and foremost, ask the officiant or the couple to kind of put a notice out, and I've seen that a lot lately. Is when people are coming down, they'll make an announcement. Hey, we have a photographer here that we paid for. Please, you know, enjoy the wedding. Don't worry about taking photos. We'll make it available for everyone. And that actually really does wonders. And like it really keeps people back from actually getting in the aisle, getting in places, holding things up in the air where I'm trying to shoot over their heads. If that's not the case, having a long lens is probably the best thing you can do to kind of shoot around people. But again, you know, this tip involves like you have to still notice that it's an event, and you have to like not necessarily be in people's way, be courteous of people. I try to work with other videographers that I know that won't, we kind of like make a plan and we tell each other what we're doing. And then if there's someone in the way or someone in a spot that I know I'm going to need to be, I'll just go up to him and be like, hey, sir, I'm going to be running around here just so you know when the ceremony starts. Like, I just don't want to be in your way. So just, you know, keep an eye out. And they'll be like, usually they're like, oh, they're like, very cool, very cool. Like, no problem. I think just being nice and letting people know is a big thing because you never know what's going to happen and you want to get that shot. And you want to like keep an eye out that you're not in someone's way during like a real important moment. I think with weddings specifically, you have a lot of license to be moving around pretty quickly. As long as you're not in one place in front of someone for a long time.
Yeah.
I think getting in there, shooting, getting out is like very important, and knowing kind of where to go and where to be. And that you'll gain experience with weddings as you do that. You just get really good, and then it's kind of a cookie cutter thing. You know where to be for every wedding, and it's the exact same.
Cool. Awesome. That brings up something that I know, at least for me, was it took a little getting used to, but photographing, this could be for weddings or really anything, getting ready and getting dressed, the bride or the groom, whether you're a male or female photographer. What is sort of the protocol for when they are getting dressed and you might want to capture those moments, but you know, making sure they feel comfortable with you being there?
I think having a conversation way before the wedding and asking first, like, do you want, like, as a male, like, do you want photos of you getting ready? You know, you're putting a dress on, and typically they'll say yes. And so the protocol for that is on the wedding day, the morning of, I always tell them like, hey, I'm here shooting. Is it cool that I come in? And they usually give a warning to all their female people, and then I'll come in and tell her, look, I'm here to shoot. When you're ready to put the dress on, put it on to a point where you feel decent, and I'll and then let me know and I'll come in. So I'll leave when you're about to put it on, get to a point where you're feeling decent and comfortable because it's still like a sensitive day, and then let me just come in as you're putting on the final touches and stuff like that. And at that point, usually people are okay with it, and if you're nice with them, like they'll be okay with you.
Yeah.
And on the male end, I've heard females do the same thing. That's like, hey, start getting ready when you guys feel like you're in a decent mode. Let me come in. And oftentimes, both sides will have an undergarment that they're okay with you shooting on, and you'll come up with some stuff too. But I think it's worth having a conversation way beforehand, and just being courteous and having a good bedside manner and understanding that you are in their private space so much. And between the couple and the photographer, you spend the most time together throughout that day. Like, no matter, like, there's moms, dads, like parents, like, I think I spent more time with you that day than anyone else in the wedding party.
Totally.
Which is cool because we were friends, but you know, when you're shooting a stranger, like, just, that's an important relationship, and you're in their face the whole time. So it's important to be courteous.
Cool. Well, I know that was kind of more of a specific tip, but it's something that I know as a wedding photographer, videographer myself, came up in the beginning. So cool. Great advice for being courteous to people you're shooting at events.